Hi there, my name is Kimberly Fell. I work at HomeSmart Realty West in Carlsbad, which is in North San Diego County. I am going to tell you about we'll just start with my clients, Ryan and Andrea Goodwin. I met them on the internet in about September or October. They were moving from Boston, were not familiar with the area, and had been out here shortly last summer, but had been with another realtor, and it hadn't been a match made in heaven. So Andrea actually found me on Zillow and contacted me. We both are University of Iowa graduates, and I put all over my profile that I'm super dog friendly, and she had a couple dogs, and that's, I think, how she picked me. So I started sending her homes to view via a portal, a search portal, in October, maybe even September. And we just went through homes, discussed areas, and eventually, when they arrived on December 1st, we started looking at homes right away. A couple of the challenges that we had, obviously, since they don't know the area, you have to explore various areas to try to narrow in on a couple. What are you laughing at?
Tucker.
Oh, and that's my dog. And so one of the neighborhoods that we initially looked at were large homes in an area of San Marcos that has really wonderful schools. They're homes that are, I don't know, 10 to 15 years old, large, kind of expensive. And we put in offers on 3 of them in the same neighborhood. And the people there are very, very proud, and they were not willing to negotiate at all. And Andrea and Ryan weren't in love enough with any of the homes to come up to the prices that the sellers wanted to get. So that kind of extincted everything there. So then they had previously, when they were here last summer, looked at a neighborhood called Hidden Meadows. It's kind of rural. It's on the very, very northeast corner of San Diego County, and it's kind of its own little Gulf community. And it's known for lots of custom homes, not so many tracky homes. And there are a lot of cool homes up there that were built in the 70s, and they're custom and they're cool. And it's a small family feel, and there are a lot of community activities, so that it didn't feel like they were moving to San Diego. It felt like they were moving to a community. So that's where we actually ended up. Another challenge that we had is optimally they wanted something that had a guest house or else separate quarters for a guest, so that either A, they could utilize it for either of their parents when they were visiting, because they're all out of town, or that they could possibly use as income potential. And we ended up finding out that most of the homes that had a dedicated guest house were above their range. They were looking for specifically homes up to 675 is what they were approved for, but they were more comfortable in the 625 range, even though they were approved a little bit higher. So we found one home, a beautiful home in Hidden Meadows. It was very custom, very mid-century modern, and really, really cool. And we opened escrow on it, and we ended up having to cancel that one. The home had lots and lots of things that were needed to be improved that the sellers weren't going to pay for, and that Ryan and Andrea didn't feel comfortable with. And then furthermore, it was on like a cliff, so it had views forever, but it wasn't really conducive to either A, their dogs, or having a play area for their daughter. So they spent a lot of time researching the HOA and found out that you couldn't even build fences there, that you had to go through the board and you had to get approval from the architectural committee, and that they could only be black and they couldn't be this and that. So it just all seemed too complex. So that deal didn't work. So we set back out again, and luckily, coincidentally, in Hidden Meadows, a home popped up that was in their price range. It was listed at $625, and it had 2 separate houses that were attached. So it had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, each with their own full kitchen and everything. So immediately they called me. They knew that it was their home, and we went up there. Well, we tried to go up the first day, but we were ixnayed. So we got up the second day that it was on the market and put in our offer that same day. So it is a perfect match. Let's see, was it exasperating? Not exactly. I mean, it definitely wasn't easy because they were very particular in what they were looking for. And you asked if they became friends or we bonded during the process. I have a hard time selling a home to somebody and not becoming friends with them. It doesn't always happen until after the business part is done and after we've closed, but my New Year's Eve party this year was 4 couples that I've sold met by selling them a home in the last couple years. So yes, I do become friends, and I anticipate I will with them as well because of our co-experience being Hawkeyes. So I got into real estate. I actually had been in the car business for 13 years and just wanted a change, wanted something where I didn't have to be at a store from this time to that time. It says 5 to 10. So I chose real estate. I was really successful in sales at BMW, and I knew that it would translate well. It took, 2 years, I'd say, to get up to speed, and now I'm out of over 300 agents in my office. I was ranked, I think, 4th last year for units and 3rd for volume, or vice versa. So things are going well. I know this area really well. Although I am from Iowa, I've lived here for 26 years. So being someone who's from out of the area and has moved here and had to learn it myself, it's always fun to sell to people who are from out of town. I've had many, many of those. So last, I'll show you a house that's really cool. So I'm going to walk in and pretend like I'm seeing it for the first time. So, oh wow, this must be the bonus room that they were talking about. The rumpus room. Wow, cool bar, really good lighting, very, very contemporary. Come up here. Yeah, very contemporary touches. Look at those lights. They're all around the room. They don't even serve that much light, but they sure look cool. This looks like a great room for having parties. Look at the huge cutout area specifically for a television. And I guess it fits exactly what you're looking for as far as if you're looking for something contemporary with a lot of light, because there's windows all the way around. Oh look, they have a bar with a refrigerator and a wine refrigerator. That's always a bonus. And I don't know, it's really hard to talk about your own house. But anyway, I hope that that suffices, and I hope that we get to be on House Hunters. My mother and my Aunt Lois would be ecstatic. So thank you so much for considering us and for considering the Goodwins, and I hope it all works out. Thanks.